What's the deal, you guys? What's the deal, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, hump day. And I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's the tea and what is going on, y'all? So we're here. And we're here to talk about a little bit of some tea that's regarding the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, y'all know that this season has been hot from the very beginning. There's been a whole lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of accusations, a whole lot of everything that's been going on with this shit. And I have been in a place where, I'm a big fan of K. Michelle, but there's a lot of things that I just don't understand. There's a lot of things that I just don't agree with, and there's a lot of things that I'm trying to piece together that I just can't piece together. But however, y'all, I just got off of work. I literally just got in about 10 minutes ago. I made this damn link at work, made the thumbnail in the bathroom at work, so I can already have this shit set up soon as I get home, so you guys can get into the things. Now, we got two things that we have to talk about today. We got to talk about this viral clip that's been going around about Jason Lee revealing that there were women on the show calling him for information about K. Michelle. And we also have to talk about this in this interview that she did with Page Six. And we also have to talk about the tea that Millichun exposed today. Shout out to her. Y'all know I respect her and adore me some Millichun. Okay, I've worked with her before, all of those different things. So we got three things to get into today. Now, I'm going to save the Millichun stuff because that's the biggest thing for the end. What y'all think I should do? I feel like I should save the Millichun stuff for last. I should wait for that. I don't know. I think I should wait for that. I think I should wait for that to be at the very end. Get the stuff about get the stuff out about this whole plot stuff out first, and then move on to the Nosh stuff. What y'all think? Or y'all just don't give a damn what I talk about. Y'all just here for the mess anyway. Do y'all even give a fuck? So let me see. So let's see. This is what I'm gonna ask y'all, and y'all leave it in the chat. Do y'all want to hear about Nosh first, or do you want to save the best for last? So if you want Nosh first, put Nosh in there. If you want the best for last, then put best for last. And then I can start with the Jason Lee stuff first. So if you want the Jason Lee stuff first, put best for last. If you want the Nosh stuff first, then put Nosh in the chat. I see everybody saying the best for last. I see one Nosh. I see two Nosh, three Nosh, four Nosh, five Nosh. Or maybe I should do a poll. What y'all think? Should I do a poll to get a concise answer? Should I get a poll? Well, everybody's saying Nosh. So I'm guessing I should go ahead and do Nosh first. But a part of me feels like I should wait to do Nosh last, because I feel like the Jason Lee stuff is something I could just do first. You know what I mean? I think I could just talk about Jason Lee and Kay first and then end it with a bang. Because I don't want to start it with a bang. I want to start it off a little. I want it to simmer a little bit as we wait to talk about Nosh. So I'm just going, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Jason Lee thing first. Then we're going to get into the Nosh stuff. And it's already 138 of you guys up in here, which means I already know that y'all are messy as hell. Y'all messy. Y'all are messy. Y'all are messy. Y'all are messy. But that's what we're here for, okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off with Jason Lee and K. Michelle. Then we're going to go into Nosh. Now, if you're brand new to this platform, go ahead and subscribe to my platform, y'all, because we got 105 more subscribers to go before we hit 59K. That is the goal, to get to 59K by the month of June. 60K by the end of the year. So let's go ahead, get these likes up. On what moderators I got up in here? I got Andrea, I got Payne. I think I got just Andrea and Payne up in here. I think it's and Symmetry, and I think that's all of y'all that's in here, all the moderators that's in here. And Kimmy Nicole. So make sure you guys make sure the chat is clean, make sure that everybody's engaging, and make sure that everybody's on point. And make sure y'all are leaving the fire emojis in the chat. So we're going to start off with K. Michelle and Jason Lee first. Now, she did an interview with Page Six where she shedded some new light on Portia, and she talked about the Drew Sidora feud as well. So I feel like it would be best to start off with this first, then go into the Jason Lee stuff, and then the Nosh stuff. So let's get into this first. Let's get into it.
Develop these friendships, and then also kind of being confused at how they all operate with each other, especially this past episode where you're kind of like, I can't emotionally handle how you guys are going like, and then hugging each other.
Yeah.
And especially now that we know that you had the added layer of feeling like you can't trust the people that you were closest to, which shocked us. I was not expecting when you said Portia, Phaedra, and Drew. I was expecting Drew, but not Portia and Phaedra for you.
I think for me, in that I'm never dumb. And that's what people have to understand. I'm not new to this.
Yeah.
I'm a singer, but I've also done reality a long time. This is a completely different ensemble cast, but I've also had my own show and even produced that show. And on top of it, I'm sorry, like, I'm a girl from Memphis, Tennessee. We always have to be up on game and I always have to know what's going on. So for me, just to see kind of the treatment towards each other, you know, and pay attention and really know what's going on. It's something to deal with, you know. You can't break the fourth wall. You can't do any of that. But I'm very real and authentic, I would like to say, and give myself that credit. So everything that I was feeling was true. Right. So that's what that was for me. I just wanted to be quiet. I wanted to pay attention. If you're talking, you can't hear.
Right. Ooh, that's a good point. I mean, it was kind of heartbreaking to know.
So she keeps on saying that what she was feeling was true. This was all facts. This is nothing that she made up, all of that other stuff. So this interview came out yesterday, and that was almost a little bit like, okay, maybe there may be some truth to this. I don't know. But it still doesn't make any sense to me. And it still doesn't make any sense if the motherfuckers didn't plot on it. If the shit didn't come out, why even bring it out yourself? Like, why not let them come out with some shit and then you counter respond to it? That's what you do. Because that's what I had to learn to do. Because I don't want to say that right now. But, however, I've always been told, if I tell you something that somebody is planning on doing, they're planning to do this to you, don't let that shit loose right away. You wait until they come to your ass to let it loose. Then you let it be known, I already knew what the fuck you were doing. You're not smart, all of those different things. That's when you let that shit loose. But instead you didn't. You just hopped on it and just put it out there, which makes you look like you're creating something for a storyline. That's just what it looks like to me. But continue.
Oh, that Portia is the one who sort of introduced you to the group, and then now she is, you feel, plotting against you. At what point did you feel the vibe shift? Like, when did the change happen? When did you figure out that she didn't have your back?
Well, I feel like even coming in, and that's who she is, and that's why I was already skeptical about even walking in, period.
Wow.
And you know, I know we have people that are brought into the show, this and that, but I was going to be on the show without you. That wasn't about, that wasn't about you, however we bring someone in. I actually wanted to be brought in by Angela, because we had started to form a relationship and I wanted to be brought in by Angela. So, when I was told, Portia, because we did the movie and we, go girl, we support each other on pictures and things like that. I was like, okay, and I'm going to go in with the open mind and I'm going to watch for myself the behavior. And the behavior is as I thought, it's a behavior of being very well PR'd up, knowing how to talk at this point, and basically, sit there and smile and deal with that, but also knowing what you're doing and thinking you're the producer.
You felt like she was trying to produce this
Yeah, I can
season.
never be produced.
Oh,
You will never yo-yo
she was
me.
trying to produce you.
You're never going to produce me.
Okay.
And I just feel like I didn't come in like people expected.
Mm.
And once I didn't go or pick this group or do this, then it was like, oh, you didn't fall in line.
Because that's what, didn't she recently said that you picked the wrong team?
I'm a grown woman.
Yeah.
I don't need a team. And on a TV show, you're not even supposed to have teams.
Yeah, because that's what
I'm grown. Have I ever in life and being in front of the world, have I ever been a woman to, you don't even see me hang with women. Have I ever been the type of woman that's going to need a team or go pick a team? If you say left, I'm probably going right.
Yes.
You get so
Yeah.
that's what that was like. And I feel like there was disappointment in the fact that I'm listening and seeing everybody's point of view. And I decide to go on the relationships that feel good to me.
Authentic, yeah.
That are authentic to me.
Yeah.
Right.
If I wanted to get in on Clouder, of course, y'all been here. I could have just, just got to know y'all, and it would have, probably looked how people thought or wanted it to look. But no, I wanted to know everybody. And right is right and wrong is wrong. And I stand for what feels good to my soul.
Right. And do you know what feels good? Is that
Yeah, now I will say that Portia did say the stuff about her picking the wrong team. And it does come across like, she wanted Kay to be on her side of the fence and kiss the ring on her side of the fence. But she, pretty much came over there with Shamia and Kelly and Pinky and all of them. And I just feel like once you tell somebody, you picked the wrong team or whatever, I just feel like, well, yeah, that is kind of a way of saying you supposed to be on my side. My side is the right side. No, I'm going to go wherever I want to go. If I feel like Shamia and Pinky and Kelly are the ones that I gravitate to the most, then that's the side I'm going to be on. If I feel like I'm skeptical of you and Drew and Phaedra and Angela, then that's not the side I'm going to be on. Like, I'm going to fuck with whoever I want to. But in the same breath, though, Kay, it's still coming across like you've been skeptical of Portia from the jump, and you're just not being all the way honest about being skeptical about her. It's like if you always been that way, then you should have just played it cool. Like, you've been on a reality show before. You just can't come on a damn reality show and then just act as if, oh, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do this. This is new grounds for you. While you are one of the big dogs in reality TV, because everybody know you from Love and Hip Hop. You coming into a new space. So I feel like at the end of the day, you just got to know how to play your cards right with any type of situation. On reality shows, you just got to know what to do. And it just comes across like you listen to things that other people said. And I feel like, you know what I mean? It's just like you wanted to give everybody a shot, but you already felt some type of ways about Portia anyway, which is understandable. You know what I mean? But at the same point in time, it still makes you come across like you wanted an issue. And that's the reason why no one's on your side like that. And that's what's making you look bad, is because that's what you were on. It just came across like, okay, I'm going to find an issue with Portia and Drew. No, that's not the way you go about stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You are in the Real Housewives universe. You have been such a fantastic new addition to this franchise.
Thank
and
you.
I want to shout you out for that. I'm going to call it your vagina monologue. That one confessional was just so incredible. And I'm glad you pointed it out, because I actually didn't know about all that past drama. And so I, as a viewer of the show, wouldn't have known that maybe Portia's moment with the oysters was.
But see, that's the thing. Ain't nobody talked about that whole rumor about her vajayjay being smelly in years. Nobody talked about that. If anything, even I wouldn't have said nothing about this shit until they said something about it, if that was really the plan to do so. I never would have said shit about that until they did. Because number one, the rumor is dead. We talked about this in 2016. There is no 10 years ago. Because that's when the motherfuckers were saying it 10 fucking years ago. So therefore, for me, I would have never brought it up in the first damn place, because we ain't talked about this shit in over 10 years. What is the point of us talking about it now? And by you bringing it up, Now it's fresh again for people who never even knew about it. And now you're giving them something to talk about again. People had let that go a long damn time ago. And here you go bringing this shit back up. It's not a good look, Kay. It's not. Nobody's been talking about that for years. Why even bring it up? Most people forgot about the shit. You the only one still bringing it up. Why even talking about it? I wouldn't be talking about that. Honestly, that shit done died down many, many moons ago. There is no reason for us to even be talking about that shit now. I'm just saying. Girl.
Was in some way trying to shade you. Do you still believe that she was trying to shade you? You know that.
I know even more than y'all even get to see.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
I'm not a dumb girl. I didn't make it this far from doing TV. I didn't just wake up. It's a new ensemble, but it's the same. This is the same mess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that for me was because I wasn't talking and I didn't play and fall in line. We're going to poke the bear. So let me, because I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get these ratings, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna have, she's a great crash out. It's a good time to crash out, you know. We're gonna
but I feel like you poked your own bear because nobody was poking you. But okay.
turn them ratings up. So that's really what that was. I know for a fact that that's what was going on. I knew a lot of other things even before they even knew that I knew. I was sitting there watching and prepared the whole time. I always have my receipts. I am the receipt and I know exactly what was going on. And no one's going to sit there and make me look like I'm just making this up in my head and I'm just insecure. I think we all are insecure in ways in life. That's just part of being a human.
Right.
I'm insecure. I can be insecure just like this and that, but I'm not a dummy.
And how was then living? And I mean, because we watched this past episode of them when you were saying, like, I know people are acting against me, and then being like, who? What?
That's annoying. I can do KK take like drama. I can do a little jokey joke.
Yeah.
All day long. We can joke, you can shade me. I'm for a good shade. You know, like me and Angela, we say to each other, all right, it's time to go at each other. Like, come on, girl, let's go. Like, she FaceTimed me and she was like, so when you go curse me out? I was like, you know, Angela, I don't know.
Maybe on a holiday.
I don't know about cursing you out because you prepared for this.
Right.
You know, but that type of thing, you don't have to get along with your friends. But I still stand in moral values, even in a lighthearted, you know, this is a lighthearted show. I still stand in the value of if you can't say it to my face, don't say it at all. Because I don't respect being a coward.
Like, do you feel you would have
But see, Kay, it's a lot of stuff that you're saying that can also apply to you as well. You're saying that you don't respect cowards and things like that, but in the same breath, though, it's kind of like the way that you were moving was cowardly because you would always tweet how you felt. You would always tweet how you felt. You know what I mean? You would never just outright say something when you felt offended by something. And you feeling offended by something and then you going straight to your Twitter account to have Twitter fingers about it and acting like no one's going to see it, that makes you look cowardly. And on top of that, if you did get a phone call about bitches plotting on you and you two doors down from them, but you're tweeting about them, that's cowardly too, Kay. And this whole notion of you don't have to get along with your friends, that's crazy because me and my friends get along. There's barely ever a time where we're arguing with one another. I'm not trying to argue with Carl. I'm not trying to argue with Tramel. I'm not trying to argue with Jamar. I'm not trying to argue with DJ. I'm not trying to argue with Jay or Moore. I'm not trying to argue with Troy. I'm not trying to argue with none of them. And those are my real friends. I'm not trying to argue with them. Yeah, there's going to be moments where you're not going to get along with your friends, or there may be moments where you disagree and move on. But just to say you're not going to get along with your friends, it's okay not to get, no. That's one thing about it. I do not like to argue with my friends. That's just no. I don't like arguing with my friends at all. Me and Jamar never had an argument. We may disagree on something, but we don't even yell at each other. Same thing with Tramel. Never argue with Tramel. Same thing with Carl. Never really just argue with Carl, but just had to tell him to shut the fuck up on the panel because he didn't know when to shut the hell up. Like that right there. Like I never did that. Jeremy, never argue with him. You know, like I've never done that with my friends. And if we disagree, but we gonna talk about it like mature adults. So I don't know, but okay. Let's continue, y'all.
Better relationship with them if in that moment when you said, I've heard the people here talking about me, if they were like, okay, hot, yeah, sorry, like, and they owned it.
Yeah. I feel like if you had to just yelled it out.
Yeah.
If you had to just yelled it out, even when we were there at the table, I'm the one said, do you have something you need? Don't you have something you're going to say to me tonight? Don't you have something you're about to say to me?
Right.
You know?
Will we see a more confrontational space between you and Portia as the season plays out? Do you ever like tell her straight up, like, girl, I have your number. I know what's going on.
I feel like you guys should watch that.
Okay.
I feel like, and I feel like you get to see a lot of different points of views when it comes to this.
Right.
But I am almost happy that situation took place because, you know, there's a lot of things you can shade me about. My life is not perfect, you know, but the one main person, and it was not Portia. When it was the main person, that wasn't even her fight. She was a part of it and knew it was someone else's fight.
So now we're saying that it wasn't Phaedra. Now we're saying that it wasn't Portia, but it was all Drew. But Portia was a part of it. I'm so fucking confused, Kay. You're not being consistent. You're not being consistent at all. And that bimbo you were talking about, you're making yourself look like that same damn bimbo that you were calling out. Girl, it's not making sense. You said all three of them was a part of the issue. Now you're saying it wasn't Portia's fight. It was Drew. Well, who the fuck was it? Make it make sense to me. But you can't. Because it don't make sense. That's why you can't make it make sense to me. Because the shit don't make no sense. And you looking fucking crazy. And anybody who defends this shit is fucking crazy. Because, bitch, I ain't crazy. So, therefore, I'm not finna defend none of this goddamn shit. I'm not finna defend none of it. Because it don't make no fucking sense. And you know what? I'm not finna rack my brain and try to make it make sense for nobody. It's ridiculous. Ain't nobody did nothing to you, Kay. We're just gonna go on and say it over here. Ain't nobody did nothing to you, and you're making yourself look fucking crazy. Ugh. The line is always moving. You don't know who you want to blame for the shit. Ugh. Okay, let's continue.
And you know you unforgettable when you get kicked out your own fight. How you get kicked out your own fight?
Oh my God.
He was kicked out of the fight.
It's becoming about me and Portia when, you know, you knew about it. Yeah, you was part, but who started it? Who put it together?
Drew?
Who put it together?
Wait, who is it?
Who put? You will see.
Oh my God.
Who put it
Oh,
together?
God, Phaedra or Drew?
Phaedra, Drew. Oh my God.
Because I know you have been. I knew that you and Drew have not been seeing eye to eye at all, and especially in interviews and everything like that. Does not.
Because she already had it out for me. She already knew her plan for her storyline and what she was going to say and do when it came to me. And that's why I kept saying it's not about music. This is not about no music at all.
Yeah, because her shading your music career was actually crazy.
It's fine. Like, you know, it's like, I mean, I really don't lose any sleep. I've never heard of a Drew Sidora or thought anything of talent. That's not what I'm thinking. Like when I see that, like I'm in this place. I wouldn't know you if I wouldn't put in this place. So it's not that. It's just that every attempt at me to connect yourself in something because, you know, you've glided through for some years, you know, with really no moments to be gliding through like that.
If I was Drew, though, I wouldn't want to be fighting with the girl who's friends.
But my thing is, you can't say that Drew wants to connect herself to you when you the one who first came out and said Black was in your DM. So it would look like you want to, Jesus. And you can't say that Drew wants to connect herself to you when you the one who brought up Black being in your DMs in the first place, knowing that Drew had a thing with Black because she was on the phone with him. So therefore, if anything, a person can also say that you are trying to link and connect yourself to Drew. Because did nobody ask you about Black being in your DMs? You offered that information. You offered that information, Kay. You did. Had you not, we probably wouldn't even be here. To be honest. And looking at the show, you already had a preconceived notion about the girl anyway. That's why you were standoffish with her in the first goddamn place. Let's be for real here. And stop shading the girl and her talent. I just need for you to stop doing it. Because if a motherfucker try to shade your like, you sit up here saying when you hear a Drew Sidora, you don't think about talent. But what about the country music artists that didn't want to see you as a country music artist the way you see yourself as that? Stop doing the shit that you don't like for people to do to you to other fucking people. Stop doing that. It's not becoming, it's not befitting, and it's not cool. Stop tearing down other people in their fucking talents because you don't want nobody to tear your ass down in your fucking talents either. Stop doing that shit. It ain't cool. It ain't right. I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't cool. Don't tear down nobody's shit. You ain't gotta like somebody to give them their motherfucking props. A lot of bitches I don't like, but I respect what the fuck they do. Should I name names? Just saying. It's a lot of bitches I don't fuck with in this shit, but I respect what they do. I'm never going to take what they do away from them. So when you do shit like that, that makes you look like a fucking hater when you do stuff like that. You ain't got to like nobody. You ain't got to like a bitch to get them props. You ain't got to like a bitch to know that what they doing, that they're doing the damn thing. Stop coming into this motherfucker thinking you better than people. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I was the main one that didn't understand why folks were saying you thought you was bigger than the program or why folks was thinking that you was better than them. I was the main bitch up here saying, I don't understand why y'all saying she thinks she better than them. Y'all just looking for a reason not to like her because y'all did not like her from the beginning. Y'all thought she didn't need to be on the goddamn show. Y'all felt like the show was beneath her, which y'all did. That don't change. Y'all did think that the show, that she was beneath them. Y'all did think that, she was too ghetto to be on the show. That don't change. But if you sitting up here talking about Drew because you don't like her and you're trying to take away what talent she got, that gives you think you better. That gives you think you the shit. Even when somebody asks you about, working with one of the girls, you say no all the time and you act like you too good, too big, too better to even write a song for them. You feel what I'm saying? And if I was one of them girls on that show, I wouldn't want to fuck with you. Because who the fuck are you to think you better than me? Yeah, you've had more success than me, but you've been in the same predicament as me, and you're on the same show as me. So you're not that much better than me. What are we talking about here? Anyway, let's continue.
With Beyonce.
Well, let me tell you something.
Wait, that was amazing. At the start of the season, we see that Beyonce, she is a fan of K. Michelle. She sent you flowers. She respects what you've been doing in the country space. What
I think
can you
that's
tell us?
her. I think Beyonce being Beyonce, I think that she's a confident woman because that is Queen Beyonce. Like, she's confident. And that's how, if you confident in your talent and know who you are, you don't get intimidated by other women or other things. And I feel like that would.
If you are confident and secure in your talent, you wouldn't have to bring down other people and their talents. Let's be real. If you were secure and all that other stuff with your own talent, you would never come down your throne and feel like you got to take somebody else's talent away from them. I sat right here on this very platform just yesterday, and I don't know if she's seen that or not, but I sat on this very platform yesterday and I straight up said, I feel like Tammy Talks is one of the best reviewers out here at this moment. And I also said that if you want a real unbiased review, go check her out. I even feel like she's more unbiased than what the fuck I am. So if you want somebody who's really gonna keep it 100 for real, and be for real unbiased and not have no fucking favorites, you go to Tammy Talks, because that's a real one. I said that, meaning that I'm not intimidated by anybody else in this YouTube space, because I can give a bitch they props every second of the win. And I've been doing this shit for 15 years. I ain't never intimidated by nobody. I can give somebody they props all the fucking time. And I always say I fuck with Tammy. I say it all the time. Although I may not always agree with what the fuck she says sometimes. I don't always agree. But I can say she don't play favorites, and she says what the fuck she feels, and she don't care about how nobody agrees or disagrees with her. And I respect that. That's why I rock with her. We had a back and forth on Twitter about the K Michelle stuff. I didn't take it to heart because I fuck with her. So that's an example of being secure in what the fuck you do. I'm never insecure about what the fuck I do, because I know what I do. I'm an OG in this shit. I ain't gotta disagree with nothing. I ain't gotta feel insecure about anything. Well, whatever, Tammy. We did kind of go back and forth, child. You did kind of try to check me a little bit, but it's all right though. But however, it's like, but even then, like I said, I fuck with her. That's just what it is. I would never sit up there and look down on nobody. I would never sit there. Do you guys see, like, K Michelle sees Drew as a lesser because all she's seen is the singing shit. Drew really just started with this album shit. Kay been doing shit with singing and all this other stuff. And I get that. But just like I've been doing shit with YouTube, that does not stop me from reaching down to people that are coming up and giving them a hand or giving them a little bit of shine, a little bit of spotlight. And sometimes, even when I have done that shit, some people have used that shit and just threw me to the wayside. But that is absolutely fine. Some people have used me in the past, and that's absolutely okay. Get what you got to get from it. No hate, no foul, no nothing. I gave you that because I wanted to. That's because I'm not a hater. And Kay, you're coming across as a fucking hater, regardless of the success. Because let's be for real. Drew ain't no damn Gabrielle Union. Drew ain't no goddamn Vivica Fox. Drew ain't no goddamn Meryl Streep. But she got a career. It ain't been that big. Her career ain't been that big, but she has had some moderate success. Kay, you ain't Beyonce, you not Keisha, you not Mary, but you've had your own set of moderate success. You got gold singles, platinum albums, and Lil Baby that's alive because she just charted 3 years ago. Now, I might be going in on her ass right now, but I'm not gonna let y'all lie. She has charted since the last time she charted was 2022 when the last album came out, and it actually was the #1 song on R&B, of course. But I ain't gonna sit up here and let y'all lie. Nah, she did chart 3-4 years ago. However, at the end of the day, you've had moderate success too. That's what you got as far as the singing goes. The career shits on Drew's. When it comes down to the acting, the career shits on K Michelle's. So ain't nobody bigger than the next person. Let's be for real. Yes, it did. That's the song I was referring to. It did. Let's continue.
Is just for the genre of country and her, shedding light on what we were there in Nashville, dealing with at that time. And, they like, when they're like, oh, Beyonce looking for you. I was like, who?
That is amazing.
I said, who? Beyonce who? What are you talking about? And I had a show that day and they were like, yeah. And I got, the flowers and the letter. And it was so much respect to that, to see I'm really out here fighting every day for Black country music. And for someone that I respect and value so much as an artist and Black woman in the game, I think it was really commendable for her to, say, I see you.
Right.
And, give a lot of other Black country artists their opportunities. I think that's pretty amazing.
It's even not.
But why can't you give that same respect to other people? Why can't you take an artist like Drew or Shami and say, I see you? It ain't like they can't sing. Are they on your level? No. But why can't you say, I see you? Why can't you say, I listen to your record, I like it? Look at how you're amazed by Beyonce knowing who the fuck you are. So why can't you give somebody else that same thing?
Not that you needed more motivation to keep on making more music and everything like that, but it's a great to see like, okay, what I'm doing is making a difference and now I want to do more of it.
Yes, like I was like, okay, now we over here yelling, we ain't yelling for no reason.
And word on the street is that Beyonce is a Housewives fan, so I'm sure she's watching you on the show and loving it.
Hey, girl.
Yes. Do we get to see any of the yodeling or your piano playing this season?
You get to see some stuff. You get to see some music. You get to see, I'm on BBR BMG, and I do like I'm the only African American, woman on this label, on this country music label with greats, like Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson. We're a very small label, and they deal with the underdogs in country music and things like that. So you'll get to see everything I'm going through with that and just what that's like. It's a lot of people depending on me. So I have to watch how I crash out and the things that, that happen.
We love when you crash out musically, though, because like you with a piano,
right?
Making a little diss song about someone.
Oh, I think you might have some songs coming up.
Oh, shut up! Really? Is it gonna be a Rashida part 2?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Danny sings that song.
I sing that song. I hope you know all the time, randomly at my dad's
every day.
I'm gonna put it on my iTunes. Get somebody for it. Yeah.
Wait, while we have you, did you see that TikTok trend where people were lying about going to the Rashida concert? That was kind of like last year.
It actually hurt my feelings.
Really?
That's the thing. I can get real mean and heated and stuff, but honestly, at the end of the day, I'm always like a softie about certain things. I get mad, I get angry, this and that. But the people who know me and my fans who've been around me, when people were sending me that, oh, you should do it, I was like, I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that has to be like hurtful. And, she did hurt me like badly in that. And she really hasn't offered an apology. I've just gotten to the point I'm just not going to get it.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I might have, too many drinks and someone have posted and I like, I hit a little like about something, but that trend, I didn't play no games.
The fact that you did not engage in that trend really says a lot about your character.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Especially given your history with her. So speaking of love and hip hop, it's ending after 15 years. What do you make of that?
My little feelings were really hurt like about that because regardless of what you say about that show,
I think we could stop it here and move on to the next part that I got here. So there's a clip that's going around of Jason Lee, basically saying that there were women that's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta that was calling around asking for information about K. Michelle. It started going viral. This was a part of her interview from Hollywood Unlocked. So let's get into that next, and then we're going into Nosh.
Now you're getting ready to have a reason to tune in. I started getting calls from people,
yes,
cast members saying, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? They're like, oh, I'm good. How's the weather? I'm like, weather's great. What's the purpose of this call? They were like, K. Michelle. And I go, yeah. I know Kay very well. She's coming in the show. I know. What do you think? Let me tell you, she's going to be great. Now you're getting ready to have a reason to tune in. I started getting calls from people.
Yes.
Cast members. It was good to see you and Phaedra together, though, because Phaedra was one of the people that called too. Because Phaedra's, let me tell you,
I gotta tell you something about that.
hold on, between you and Phaedra, when Phaedra called, let me tell you what I told Phaedra, because Phaedra's friend of the show, and Phaedra, you know I love you. I told Phaedra, I said, Phaedra, you and Kim and Michelle need to become best friends. Y'all need to be best friends, because you two falling out would be a nuclear war. I think Atlanta would disappear off the map of the earth. It was good to see you and Phaedra together, though, because Phaedra was one.
When it comes to the situation, nobody. So
Okay, so basically, in so many words, it comes across like Jason Lee was the one who called her and put that in her head, because he said he didn't want to talk about everything that was asked of him while they was on the interview. But it's given messy ass Jason Lee was the one who gave her the phone call and told her that people were calling him to get information on her. Because remember, she would never reveal her source, but it looks like it was revealed there. I don't know. It might be where she got it from. Now, let's get into the part that y'all came here for. And that is about Nosh. Now, Millichun gets the credit because this was her exclusive. And y'all know I fucks with Millichun as well. So this is her exclusive. And we're going to play what she said on Instagram and all that other good stuff. So y'all know I got to give people their credit where it came from and all of that different stuff, right? So, you know what I'm saying? How you know when it was, Catherine? They didn't say when it was. You don't know that? But anyway, we got like 400 people in here. And we're about to get this thing going. So let me pull up Millichun because I listened to this at work because T actually tagged me in this. And I didn't know what this was that he was tagging me in. But when I was at work, I was listening to it. And I knew then that I had to sit down and talk about this. In the words of Carl, we're going to have to talk about this. I already knew we was going to have to. But this is Millichun. She had a conversation with Nosh in the DMs. And she revealed the things that he revealed to her. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And of course, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions of this shit after it's over with. Now, if you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe right now. Okay. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe right now. Like I said, it looks like some of y'all have subscribed. It looks like we got 103 more people until we hit 59K. So if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Also, make sure you guys let the people know that it's fun and cozy over here at the Scotty Gang. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what Millichun had to say. We're going to dissect that and then we're going to be out of here because I got to watch Divorce Sisters and me, T, and LT. They got to go live for that later. So let's get into it, y'all.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Millichun. So last night, we were supposed to get some hot tea from Cocktails with Carly, right? The live was shut down. They said the tea was too hot. And I would have to agree because last night I got a little of this tea on my own. Let's get into it. So y'all know I'm never coming to y'all with no fake stuff. I'm not making nothing up or anything at all. So last night I was like, let me message Nosh because I've had a conversation with him before. I've interviewed him after Queen's Court. So what am I doing? Let me message him. So I messaged him and he messaged me back and I asked him some questions. And I asked him some questions that have been going around on the show because I wanted to know if they were true or not. And then also he gave me a little tea. Let's get into it. So as you can see, I asked him to come on the channel so we can have a conversation because we've had a conversation before. And then I asked him, was the interview posting last night? He said, Millichun, yes, it's been postponed, but it's still going to come through. Child, he pulled the show because He did not. And I asked him, why would you? I said, are you talking about Kay? Are you having a conversation about Kay Michelle? He said, of course. But he doesn't want things to come out about Kay. So I said, why would you do an interview? Right? Because this is what he's upset about right here. I said, hey, Nosh, it's Millichun. Do you have a moment? Come on the show, da, 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 da. He said he was super shocked to be referred to as an ex. I said, I was shocked too. Because here's the thing. So this is what I found out. You know, they're on Queen's Court. It's a dating show. She was dating him, and towards the end, she was dating him and this white guy, right? So he was like, you know, you can't really date. So he and Kay talked for about 2 months after the show. He said it wasn't anything. They were never exclusive. They never decided that this is what it's going to be. He was like, I said, because the word of the day is ex. He said, yeah, and that's not who I am, right? So he said that there were some things that Kay showed him. And after 2 months of like talking off and on, he said, I was out. He said, I couldn't deal with it. Oh, y'all, then I got some other stuff to tell y'all. Okay, so then I asked, you know, like, well, let me ask you this. Like, let's get down to the brass tacks of it all, right? When did you and Portia date? Now, he had misspoke down here, right? He said at first it definitely overlapped with Kay. He said, I believe she's just reaching. And he said, and she and Portia was never friends prior to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But we always knew that they weren't friends. Portia stated that the other night on the show. She was like, I dated him after you, right? And he said he dated her way after. But then he fixed it. It definitely did not overlap, okay? I was done with Kay before me and Portia became friends. So then I asked, I was like, what, did it some bang bang go down? He did not say that happened. And he also said he did not communicate that with Kay Michelle. He said, that's not something we ever talked about. And he is upset that he even mentioned Portia because he was like, the only reason he said something was because Kay said Portia was bringing her onto the show. So he was like, okay, let me not make this odd. Me and Portia talked. And real talk, that's who's supposed to be letting Kay know. Not so much Portia. Because Portia and Kay were not friends. I'm sure she knew her. She and Portia was never friends prior to RHOA, right? They were not friends. So the person who was linked to Kay Michelle is the person who should have mentioned about a relationship. He was the right one. That wasn't Portia's job. You know what I'm saying? That was not her thing to do. So he did what he was supposed to do, and Kay is aware. But I feel like once he did this, Kay used this as her storyline. This is when the change came in. Let's keep going. So this was a real question for me, right? Like, we both agree that Kay likes attention and she likes to be the center of attention, right? He told me about some situations when him and Kay has gone out and how she acted after there was a reaction to him walking in the room because he's a handsome man, right? So I was like, did you tell Kay that Portia wanted to go public? And Portia said, why do I always end up talking to somebody's ex? I said, because that's what she said you told her. He said, again, Delulu, that's not how that went. She ran with the story in her head, as we all know. Now, there is more I could say because we had a long messaging conversation and we had a long conversation, right? But I just wanted to clear the stuff up about what was going on with Portia. And I felt like it was in her head. I felt like that. And I think we all see that Kay likes to be the center of attention. That's why she has aligned herself with the D team over here because she can't get with the A team. She can't. See, Kay Michelle has aligned herself with the B team because she can't get with the A team. You know what I'm saying? Portia is the face of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kay has only been on 8 episodes, and she trying to come in here like she a big dog, but she got to still stay on the porch. You can't come in the house yet. These 4 ladies are still for me. not for you, but for me, are still on probation. These are housewives up here. Okay.
Child, I had to stop it right there real quick because Millichun, I love you to death, girl, but you sound crazy with that one. Because, girl, Angela is up there, and Angela is still on probation too. We gonna have to stop trying to make Angela be more than what the hell she is. Now I understand you saying that about like Cynthia and Phaedra and Portia and Drew, even Drew. I understand that part. But Angela is also on probation. She thought she is also on probation. She's sitting right there with Kelly and damn Shamia. This is just her second season now. We can't be making Angela be more than who she really is on this show. Come on now. Let me continue though. I had to stop it right there. I couldn't take that part. Love you though, Millichun. I couldn't take that part.
And Kay cannot exist with these women because these women up here are already the big dogs. So she got to stay down here with the B team so she can be the big dog. Because in this group, she's the big dog. These two are failed restaurateurs. You know what I'm saying? They can't get it together. Shamia is not a worker. You know what I'm saying? She's not somebody that wants to put forth work. I think Shamia, when she says she just want to get to Chick-fil-A before they stop serving breakfast, I think that's her life, right? When it comes to music, you should be in the studio, built out music. You know what I mean? She said that because they don't sell peach flavoring over there in Grenada, she's second guessing about the rum. You know what I'm saying? She likes to do the basketball stuff and things like that because she was a cheerleader. So those things come natural to her. She can get out there and act up. You know what I mean? But when it's time to do some real work, like when Kelly and Pinky were talking about the bankruptcy, she was like, oh no, I just want to get to Chick-fil-A before they stop serving breakfast. She's not a hard worker. You know, so K. Michelle is a big dog down here. She just cannot hang with these ladies. She's very insecure and she's trying to figure it out. And I feel like she is just doing this show by the seat of her pants. So we'll find out when this comes on, honey. And whatever Nosh has to say, we're going to talk about it. It's your girl, Millichun. Bye, y'all.
All right, that was Millichun. I do agree that it is high school though. 18, B team, but then we want to act like there are no alliances in this group, and we want to act as if, you know, Shamia and them are the only ones with alliances, as if the other hoes ain't in no damn alliance they self. Come on now. That's the part. That is the only part that irks me with this season. It's okay for Portia, Phaedra, and Angela and Drew to be on one team, but it's not okay for the rest of the girls to be on no team, or it's not okay for them to be in an alliance or a group. All you motherfuckers acting like y'all Destiny's Child and Danny DeCane. All y'all are. So let's not. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that I didn't agree with. Now let's get into the Nosh and K. Michelle of it all. I gotta admit, and I gotta say this: it does not look good for K. Michelle right about now. It don't. She's made out to look like a damn delusional groupie that's looking for a way to get into this show and using somebody's name for it. But in my opinion, K. Michelle did herself a disservice by even mentioning Nosh on this show and making him a point of conversation, because at this point, nobody even knew who the fuck a damn Nosh was. Because guess what? I didn't know who the fuck a damn Nosh was. Never heard of him, never knew shit. Only reason why I know him now is simply because of the fact that he was brought up on this goddamn show. And now that he was brought up on this show, the 15 minutes that was over with for him is being extended to another 25 at this point, because now everybody wants to hear what the fuck he got to say. And being that this nigga done set up here and said this shit, now everybody's going to listen to what the fuck he say, and now K. Michelle finna look like a delusional liar now. So you giving shine to a motherfucker that really didn't deserve no motherfucking shine in the first place. So what you gonna do now? Get on social media and cuss Nosh out too? Now, let's just say it ain't like niggas don't lie either. Because niggas can lie as well and make it seem like it wasn't what it actually was. Niggas lie too. Now, if what he said in those messages are true, then she lied. And there's no other way around that. So, yeah, it don't look good for you at all, okay? You could have just not brought Nosh the fuck up in the first place, in my opinion, because you bringing him up didn't do you any favors. It didn't do you no favors at all, which is very unfortunate at this particular point. It didn't do you any favors. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how you can come back from this if you can't. I really don't know. But, as I said before, men lie, women lie, they all goddamn lie. So all of this is really hearsay. We really don't know. We heard her side. All we know is K. Michelle's side, Portia's side, Nosh's side, and the goddamn truth. So I don't know who lying in this situation, but all I know is this. One thing that is true about this is that K. Michelle brought up Nosh, and now she's looking crazy. And she don't have nobody but her own motherfucking self to blame for bringing this man up. You spilling tea that you don't have to fucking spill. And to be honest, I would never take the word of no man that I dealt with. If anything, if there's another person involved, I'll go to that person. They'll probably be more truthful than a nigga anyway. And he wasn't that serious to you. Y'all didn't fuck. Did y'all? I don't know. But that don't make you look good, Kay. It don't. And you made it seem like you was with this man and you really wasn't with him like that. Like, he ain't even claim you as no damn girlfriend. Like, he's surprised that he's even being looked at as a fucking ex. He was a fucking contestant. He wasn't your ex. He was a fucking contestant. And at this point, I can honestly take back every fucking thing that I said on my review and on my goddamn, on that damn panel. At this particular point, he was a damn contestant. So Portia really didn't have to tell you a motherfucking thing about shit because he wasn't your man. He wasn't your dude. I don't know if you fucked him or not, but he was a goddamn contestant at this point. So if he was just a damn contestant, don't tell me shit. Because he ain't shit to me, but a contestant on a love show. So, me being a real ass nigga that I am, I can sit up here and say that I was completely out of bounds for what I said. I can honestly sit up here and say that. I can say that. I can say that. He wasn't no real ex. He was just a damn contestant. That's the way he put it out there. So if we're going by what he say, it is what it is. So you thinking you ate by bringing this nigga up, but what you did was choke. That's what you did. Because you're not doing, because it's not beneficial to you or your storyline on this show. What it does is make you look delusional, and what it does is make him look better and make Portia, who's the biggest liar, look like she was vindicated. That's what it looked like. So at this particular point, for the rest of the season, we're going to be questioning everything that you say. Because now you're going to look like a fucking liar. And that's just disappointing. I have never yelled at a girl like this. I was rooting for you. I really wanted you to not be crazy. I wanted you to not be delusional. I really did not want you to prove the people right, but that's what the fuck you did. And that's just what, and you're going to sit up here and have to deal with the fact that you proved these people right. The same people that sat there and said that you don't need to be on this show and that you shouldn't be on this goddamn show and all this other shit. You have proved every bitch that said it motherfucking right. You have proved them all right. And you don't have nobody to blame but your motherfucking self for that shit. Now, let's be clear. I still love you. That don't change a thing. I still love your ass. Nothing could ever make me hate you. I still love you. They don't change anything. Still gonna listen to all your albums, the mixtape, and I will still defend you if it's defensible. But I still love you. And you gotta understand, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. This ass whooping that I'm giving you with my mouth is hurting me more than it's probably gonna ever hurt you. Cause you making yourself look fucking crazy, Kay. I can't defend you. I've defended you and all the shit you do for years. This is where I draw the line. I can't defend it. Okay? I can't defend it. Okay? I can't defend you, girl. You look crazy, girl. I can't defend you. I can't. I cannot. And that's just the truth of the matter. I can't get on here and be delusional. I can't get on here and be biased. I can't get on here and, pretend like the shit that you're doing right now isn't problematic. I can't do that. I can't do that. I cannot do that. That ain't me. I can't do that shit. Ain't no way in hell I can do that. Still love you though. I'm still rock with you, girl. Right or wrong, it ain't gonna make me hate you. But what it's gonna do is make me look at you crazy. That's what it's gonna do. Anytime Portia is vindicated from anything, that is a problem. Let me see. I know how much you like her. Sorry, she's in. How's she embarrassing me? I'm not the one that's out here looking delusional. So she's not embarrassing me. Let me also say this to y'all too. Because y'all been saying this for the last week in my comments. I'm sorry, Scotty, but I'm sorry, Scotty, this and Scotty. I'm not none of K. Michelle. So y'all need to start projecting how y'all feel about K. Michelle onto me. Because I'm not K. Michelle. She ain't embarrassing nobody but her damn self. Because she ain't embarrassing Scotty. Scotty not out here looking delusional. That's her. So we're not gonna do that. She's not embarrassing me. So let's not apologize to Scotty, because Scotty is not owed no damn apology. If anything, she's embarrassing herself. I'm still gonna continue to go. Okay? She's not embarrassing me in any way. As a fan or nothing. I'm not embarrassed by shit. So my thing is this. Anytime you sit up here and vindicate Portia for me, that's a problem. Because I don't believe shit Portia say. Because Portia is a fucking liar. I don't believe nothing she say. But in this moment, it looks like she's being vindicated. And who vindicated her? Kay. And that's sad. That's a sad way to go out. You vindicating another liar. And that's just the truth of the matter. So it is what it is. But like I said though, I still love you, girl. Don't shit change over here. I ain't gonna never turn on you now. Still gonna be a fan. Been a fan all these years. Ain't gonna change. I ain't never changing that. I'm probably gonna bump VSOP once I get off this damn live. But one thing I'm not gonna do is be real. I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna sit up here and not be real with none of y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here and get up on this live and just sit up here and sing her praises and all this other stuff. I'm not gonna sit up here and do that. It's just I keep it a book. I keep it real. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. I hold myself on being unbiased. I do that. I don't like Portia, but it looks like you're itching for a problem with her lying ass. That's what it is. Don't like Portia at all and never will like her. She's a liar. She makes up shit. She makes up detrimental shit about people. And she doesn't take accountability for much, in my opinion. But in this particular situation, Phaedra, she's a liar. But if she's right, I say that. Portia and Phaedra are the two that I don't like the most out of everybody on this damn show. Let's be for real. I can't stand Portia and Phaedra at all. But I'm not going to sit up here and just make it seem like, you know, they're just going to lie about everything. You know, everything. You know. But, hey, it's the truth. Angela is definitely a snake, DB. She is definitely a snake that slithers through these groups and don't nobody ever say shit about it. It's so irritating. But, however, that's just what it is. People like snakes. Just like they like Portia and Phaedra, they like snakes. So, them liking Angela is nothing new or different. And, yeah, I'm just not going to pay attention to some of y'all this Portia stands up in here that's bringing up that candy shit, because we'll be arguing all day about that. And I promise you, I'm not even going to go back down that road. Angela is a snake. She's a liar. Well, she ain't no liar. She's just a mess starter. She's definitely a damn snake. And don't y'all start asking me a bunch of questions about, well, what has Portia lied about a lot? I ain't got this live ain't even about her right now. Can't stand someone you never met personally. Oh, girl, don't y'all start that bullshit either. Cause y'all know what I mean when I say that. Those comments like that get on my nerves. Like, girl, shut up. I'm talking about I can't stand them based off of what I see on the show. Like, y'all need to stop trying to play with me, girl. Stop playing with me. Not people being mad that Scotty's memory lasts longer than the episode. Baby, let me stop playing with you. Look, I'm on a roll right now. I'm on the road. Because I really hate that I had to go in on Kay like this. But it's like I said, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts her. I hate that I had to do that, but I had to be honest though. This live ain't about Portia, and I'm not finna go up here and constantly go back and forth with none of you motherfuckers about Portia. Okay? This live ain't even about her. Let me see. Are you still doing the open panel? It ain't gonna be about this, I can tell you that. It ain't gonna be about this. I ain't got time. Y'all better argue with yourselves about what Portia lied about, because this ain't the day for that. I ain't got time to be here all day listening on her lies. Anyway, Scotty's a Southern gentleman. If he saw Portia, he would say hi. Stop playing with him. Now listen, I probably wouldn't say hi now. I probably wouldn't say hi. I really don't be saying hi to these reality stars like that I be seeing. I don't. I be seeing a lot of people here in Atlanta. I don't never say nothing to them people. I don't say nothing to them. Like, for example, this ain't no reality star, but I saw Wingo from Jagged Edge at Kroger like about 2 months ago. I ain't say nothing to that man. I ain't run up to that man. I ain't say nothing to that man. Now one reality star that I did see at Kroger as well was Red from Bad Girls Club. I ain't say none of her either. Now you know this a stupid ass comment right here. You know that's dumb. I ain't even finna acknowledge that. No, I will honestly say Kelly looks better in person. Cause I met Kelly at Candy's thing. I met her and Shamil. She looks better in person. Titties out. They look scrumptious in person. I must say that as a gay man. When will your next review of Real Life and Music come out? It should be today because it was supposed to be yesterday, but me and Bando had to go get fitted for our suits for next week for the Star Rewards, child. Red still big, or she got smaller baby. She's still big as a house. I wouldn't call Angela a snake, but she's shedding her skin. She's a lizard that will turn into a snake soon. But I give you that. Oh, baby, Shamia is beautiful in person. She gave me the biggest hug. She smells so good. She looks good in person. She looked good in person. But you know who walked up to me and gave me a hug? Ming Lee. She gave me a hug in person. Like I don't know if she's seen my Basketball Wives reviews or not, because I just straight used to drag that shit out of Ming Lee. But Ming Lee, she walked up to me and hugged me at Candy Stain. Toya waved at me, which is surprising. Manietta, I saw her, and I've been met Manietta a long time ago. Like the girls are cute. I thought you was gonna say Rashida, child. I love Scotty. I'm driving and laughing so hard. Too funny. Child, I'm not paying the girls no mind. The Porsche fans wanna scrap with me, honey, and I'm not giving it to them today. I'm just not. Let me see. Let me see what else is going on here. Scotty really not paying y'all no attention about Portia, and I'm over here cracking up. Child, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not doing it. They want to come at you the way she came at Dennis' mama. Right. I ain't finna. But see, the thing about I don't know about Dennis' mama, but see, Scotty gonna fight back. Scotty gonna beat your ass or try to. If you wanna come at me like Portia came at Mama Gina, I'ma hit your ass back. I promise. Cause bitch, Scotty gonna fight you back. Don't think you gonna ever get one over on me, bitch. You think I'm not gonna hit your ass? You think you gonna hit me and I'm not gonna hit your ass back? Bitch, I'm gonna hit you back. Try to hit me with an umbrella like Portia did Mama Gina. All the fuck you want to, baby. I will hit your ass back. Let me see. It's okay to disagree, but Portia stands get crazy. That's what they do, but I don't give a fuck. I love Manietta. She reminds me of this girl I went to high school with. That was so sweet. Oh yes, honey. Manietta is so cool in person. Manietta was cool when I met her. Carmen was cool when I met her. Kwame was cool when I met him. Don Juan is the same Don Juan that y'all see on TV, but he cool though. He real cool. All of them cool. It's a cool. Candy is cool as fuck too. You know. Let me see. This live is really over with. I'm just talking to y'all at this point. What else is going on? I'm just looking through the comments and shit. But y'all listen, we had like 500 over 500 people up in here, and it's been a minute since I had that many folks up in here. It's been a minute. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and the new subscribers are coming in. We're now less than 100 away from 59K, y'all. Less than 100 away. But we got some things to talk about. We going live later on for Divorced Sisters around like 8:30, 9 o'clock probably. It's gonna be me, T, and L Teddy. So we're gonna be going live for Divorced Sisters, and I'm gonna do real life and music, baby. The main reason why I'm doing real life and music reviews is because Bando is on the damn show. Y'all know I gotta support him. So I'm only doing it because of him. But you know, child. Let me see. Let me tell you something, Mrs. Cheek. Let me tell you something real quick, baby. Cause you want to have a word with me real bad. So let me just tell you something, Miss Cheek. Let me tell you something real quick, honey. Listen. I don't mind Portia fans being over here. Y'all can be over here at your own risk. Y'all just need to understand I'm not finna eat 10 yards of shit out of Portia ass. I'm gonna call her ass out for what I feel like she need to be called out for. I don't give a fuck about her pretty face and her fat ass. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. Y'all are all welcome. Y'all welcome. I don't turn away nobody. Y'all are welcome, honey. Y'all are welcome. I promise y'all are. But just don't come over here and start no shit with me and think I'm not gonna cuss y'all out. Don't think that y'all not gonna get that energy y'all be begging for. just don't think that y'all gonna get that. But you know, I love y'all too. I just don't love y'all girl. She just you never trust a big ass and a smile. That's just it. Be you, girl. Be you. Do you. Do all that. But I'm calling ass out now. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Look at DB. I thought she was a mod. Carlos King know he making all these videos about K Michelle. He know what to do because she is a hot topic right now, chair. Carlos. I thought DB was a mod. Let me make her a mod. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, y'all, everybody's welcome. Everybody is welcome. It don't really matter. Scotty, we have to do a live one day soon. I be working, so that's why I've been MIA. Oh, I understand. Scotty, for your next book, will you be doing an in-person signing? If so, can we get a few months notice? I live in Philly, so it's hard for me to just jump on the plane. Well, I'm going to say this to you. So the book should be coming out in September or October. That's what we're looking at right now. And I got to start paying on my stuff. And more than likely, we're probably going to have like another book event. And this time I want to do things right. Like I do want to do pre-orders again, but I also want to like have books at my event where I can sign them for people. So I do want to do that this time around. And plus we will be filming the show and stuff. We'll be filming the show. We will be filming the scene ATL still around that time. So, I just want to do some stuff like that. I just might. It just depends on how I feel about the situation. What do you rate this season so far? I give it an 8.5. It's a really good season. Season 16 was good too. I know it had a little dark cloud over it with everything that happened with Kenya and Britt, but it was a pretty good season though. No lies told on that one. But that's pretty much just it. But like I said, y'all, the scene ATL, we started filming right after the Starry Awards. We started back filming. Me and Bando kind of filmed stuff already, just little stuff already. But but we're gonna really start getting back into gear with the scene ATL right after the Starry Awards. It's a new cast. The remaining 5 is still here, but there's 5 new people. We're gonna have a very good cast. Everybody's on point, everybody's ready to go, and I'm ready to go. So it is what it is. What made you want to become an author? Really curious. I love the first book, and I'm working on getting it in my local library. Oh, thank you. Um, I've been writing since I was a teenager. Like I've been writing since I was a teenager. So that's always been a thing. That shit started off from me looking at soap operas and shit. That made me want to write my own book. So that's really how that happened. I will be getting the next book. The first one was epic. You should do a whole show. You're right. But you know, Josiah has been talking about me doing a live show like the Ooh Ladies First panel did. And he's talking about planning it and possibly having it in Atlanta. So we'll see how that goes. And one of the subscribers up in here actually met me at the Ooh Ladies First panel. I would let him tell y'all how I am in person. You know, I hope production get at least 5 microphones for season 2. Well, I know you're trying to be funny, Trey. However, it's actually more than 5 microphones. Just to be clear, it's actually 5, more than 5 microphones, and more than 1 cameraman this time too. It's about 4 or 5 cameramen this time. So, you know, I like writing too, but I get in my head so much. Yeah, I understand. Do it, Scotty, and I'm there. Thank y'all. Bundy actually told me Bundy, Niecy, and Jamie actually told me at the Ooh Ladies First show that I should do my own show. Let me see. Why are you waiting to do your own live? You should have been done one. You would draw a crowd. People would travel to meet you. That's the thing. I'd be scared that no one's gonna come. That's the only thing. That's why I got to get out of my own head. I was at the live show. You did an amazing job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all, listen, before I go, let me tell y'all. When I did the Ooh Ladies First live show and I hosted it, baby, I hugged damn near every single person in there. I hugged everybody. When I tell you I was walking through all the crowds and shit, just hugging everybody. Do you hear me? I was hugging everyone. Period. I was hugging everybody. Everybody I saw, I was hugging them. Like I tried to hug every single person in the building. I took pictures with people. I did it all. Like it was because I know because they were there for Bundy, but they were also showing me a whole lot of love too, being in there. And I'm like, this ain't for me, this for them. They were like, no, we love you too, and all this other shit. So, you know, I was just surprised that they were showing me all that love because they weren't here for me. They came there for them. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I would come if it was a Scotty specific event. Okay. So, but you know, the Whether You Like It or Not panel, we've been talking about doing like a live show, but the only thing is we want everybody to be there. And it's just a struggle to get T to come. Like, because I already know that if we do a Whether You Like It or Not panel show, a live show, and T ain't there, that's going to be the question. Where's T? Where's T? Where's T? And we want him there. It's hard to get him to travel anywhere. He doesn't like to travel. So it's just like, what can we do? Like, we got to get him there. That's the only way I would want to do a Whether You Like It or Not panel live is if everyone is there. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, stop downplaying yourself. You got it. Your supporters will show up no matter what. You're right. No lies. You're absolutely right. It would probably have to be in his town. Right. We would have to go to New York to do that. We would have to go to New York to do that. So, but it's still on the table. We've been talking about it and stuff like that. So somebody got to drive and get him. He ain't getting on no plane. The only person that's closest to T is really B. She would have to drive up there to get him. Baby, Josiah all the way in Houston. Me and Sakina are in Atlanta. Oh, I forgot Busy and Really B. They're in DC and Ya is in Chicago. Everybody's so far out. So it's like, You know, I don't know. Like I said, me and Sakina is in Atlanta. T and Biz, no, T is in New York. Really being busy is in DC, and Josiah's in Houston, and y'all's in Chicago. So it's a lot. But you know, we probably would have to go to him in order to do it. So we'll see. We want that to happen. We need that shit to happen. So, and plus T is nominated for this award next week. And I hate that he's not gonna be there, but you know, do it in New York. Now, if y'all want to go on tour to all y'all cities, that'll be fire. But I know that's a lot. That's something we talked about, though. That's something we talked about. We talked about doing it in all of our cities. Like we talked about doing it here in Atlanta with me and Sakina. We talked about doing it in Houston with Josiah. We talked about doing it in DC. We talked about different places. Yes, T lives in Long Island. You can do a show and have your different panels on the show with you. Yes, I thought about doing like a show for all my panels, like whether you like it or not, one the Chasing panel live, like something like that, or just do my own live show and just have some of my friends there with me. You know, that's what I was thinking. You know, I stay on here with y'all for another 3 minutes. I think meet in the middle in DC. That'd be good though, because I've never been in DC, and me and Josiah have been talking about like going to DC for a long time. Yes, like special guests. And I had it in my head that if I did my own live show, I would have Carl host it because I think Carl is such a great host. I would definitely put Carl in there to host my live show. If it was me by myself, I would definitely have Carl host it and then just have certain people out there with me at a time, like Jamie or like Sakina, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? But Bundy, Niecy, and Jamie gave me that push that I needed to really just get up off my ass and stop, you know, stop doubting myself. Sometimes you need friends like that, though. You do. You need friends like that. That way, if y'all can get T, he can be there for all the panels he's on. That is true. What color is your suit for the award show? It's black. It's black. Me and Bando are kind of dressed alike. We kind of got the same colors. So y'all will see when the time comes. Y'all will see. Y'all giving me great ideas. I might just bring this to the group and see what they think about it. Even Sakina told me the night that we went to the Ladies First panel show, she said, you need to do your own show. And I was like, they said the same thing. They said the same thing. Why not? So we are going out that Friday night, DB. We are going out while we in Houston that Friday night. We're definitely going out. We probably going to Grooves Friday night. Scotty know he can wear a suit. Baby, I love me a suit. I don't give a fuck what them bitches on platforms got to say about me wearing no suit. I love me a suit, baby. Love it. You have been doubting yourself for so long, but look at where you are now, from Mississippi in the bathroom to ATL. Exactly. What are some other good shows to watch right now? I just can't do RHOA. I'm just here for your review. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to figure it out. Well, I'm gonna have to figure it out because I don't know what else is on right now. I know Heart of Houston is coming on, but I didn't watch that show when it first came on. Thank you, Lady Fee. Ooh, the first panel being in the DMV after Potomac would be good. That would be good. Do you host? And if so, would you travel? Being that I hosted the Ooh Ladies First panel, I'm open to hosting other things. But before the Ooh Ladies First panel came out with their live show, I was asked to host another event. It was like a literature event, and they were asking me to host it, and they even paid me for it, but the event got canceled, but still got my money. So you work a crowd very well. You doing a live show makes all the sense. That makes I gonna make you cry. But y'all, listen. These are the conversations that I wanted to have on the live that I wanted to do last night, the open live that I wanted to do last night. But like I said, I winded up getting caught up in getting what is it? Getting fitted yesterday. So I didn't even do my real life and music review or nothing yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the real life and music review today. Will you be going live during the awards so that your supporters can watch? Well, little do y'all know, they're going to be taping the awards. I don't know if they're going to be live or not. I think they're just going to be like pre-recorded, and then they're going to put them out for everybody to see. But I would definitely probably go live on my YouTube page, or probably go live on my Instagram page so y'all can see certain stuff. I'm pretty sure of that. And plus, we'll be filming the scene while we're there. Just little portions of the scene while we're there. So yeah. But I've been on here way too long. I already talked about what I needed to talk about already. It was like 500 of y'all up in here earlier, and I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. I adore you guys. For those of you who watch Real Life and Music, tune in, because I will be going, well, I won't be going live, but I will be doing a review for that. Y'all will be seeing it. And then later on tonight, I'll be going live for the Voice Sisters. And I just might go live again after that for that open panel. Y'all know I was starting to do Q&A and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna just go live and do another Q&A and just invite you guys up if y'all don't mind. But with that being said, y'all, I am up out of here. This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. I will see you guys later. Peace.